What's up? Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below as part of the channel. Thank you. Here I have a disaster class that was dropped by irishtimes.com and its author Kitty Holland. Now when I say disaster class, I mean that because there are so many discrepancies in this story, it's hard to believe that this actually was published. Just as a side note, her father is People Before Profit Eamon McCann. It's weird how these people don't share surnames. It's almost like they don't want you to know that they're connected. And also then that would suggest to me that her politics would fall in line with People Before Profit, which, as you know, wants to smear people that are pro-Irish. So what you've got here is an article that seems to have been concocted and published by a media outlet that has drawn heavy criticism, has drawn questions, which is very important because there are no images of the incident and there are no videos of the incident. There are no images of the aftermath and there is no video of the aftermath. The burden of proof is on the Irish Times journalist, and I would say even extend that to the photographer. And just think about that for a moment. Neither the journalist nor the photographer took anything out to record the incident or show the aftermath of the incident. And to be honest with you, at this point in time, if they did record or take pictures of an incident in the aftermath, I would be very skeptical of that, considering the shenanigans that have been happening around this country. Now, Kitty's been known on social media in the last couple of days as Kitty Somalia. I think there's more holes in this story than in Swiss cheese. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm not going to read through the article because I lost enough brain cells whilst reading this article that I'm going to spare you losing any. Halfway through this article, I noticed something that I don't think I've seen anybody else notice. And that was the people that she was interviewing seemed to have perfect fluent English. And then all of a sudden, in the second part of the article, the English started to be littered with errors. It's almost like she read over the article once and said, looks a bit too obvious there that they all have perfect English, along with the fact that I seem to have put in a bit of a draft script here for love-hate the way this thing is written. I'm going to change that up a little bit. Now, the story has changed from her since then. She's saying now that she doesn't think that she witnessed any sort of incident. It's very odd. But what has happened now is a lot of people have looked at this news outlet and now they are not going to believe anything that they publish in the future. Why are articles like these being published? Why is there panic from the media? Well, it's very simple. To me, these people are very much so in the know when it comes to people in working class areas saying, we don't want these people here, we want to move them out. And where do you think they're going to go next? They're going to go to your Dalkeys, they're going to go to your Ballsbridges, they're going to go to your Houghts, they're going to go to all of these upper class areas that these people all like to post and say, oh, refugees welcome here. But none of them actually mean it. None of them are actually putting their hands in their pockets, and none of them want these people hanging around their areas. Instead, the media and the government want to turn this place like San Francisco. Have you seen that recently? Tent City. So you've got an article here with a headline, men with dogs, sticks and baseball bat attack Dublin migrant camp. She was only short of putting into the article, Warriors come out to play. You know that movie, The Warriors? That's what that's from. Or even describing someone that fit the profile of, I don't know, Paulie Walnuts and Christopher from The Sopranos. Because remember that episode where they're in and around the woods? I think if she'd have stuck them in there, I think most people would have went, yeah, we know exactly what this is all about. So anyway, let's have a look at some of the other articles that Kitty has put out there. And these are all from the Irish Times. Scheme to regularise undocumented migrants, that means illegal people, welcomed as historic. So again, these are people that the media will tell you, oh, they're just as Irish as you are. No. That's like me going to Nigeria and after 4 months then declaring myself to be Nigerian and the Nigerian government saying, yeah, he's Nigerian now. There's not a hope that I would be accepted as a Nigerian. Not a hope. I'm telling you that. Not a for a fact. Same in the likes of China or Japan or any of these other places. But here in Ireland, clown world. Absolute clown world. And this is what's being pushed forward by our government. Madness. Then you see this here. No way to end cycle of transmission without Voldemort and children. That hasn't worked out too well. What about all of the young people having heart attacks? What about the case of the suddenlies over the last year? What about the blood clots? What about the companies themselves admitting to very dodgy dealings, A4 pages worth of things. No, don't worry about any of that. Sniffles. But we're going to get short of the sniffles now. And that didn't happen. So there you go. They've actually admitted as well to these companies that they knew that it wouldn't stop this. That's madness, isn't it? But yet these people are putting this out. Now it seems to me like these people are regularly wrong. Weird, isn't it? Restrictions. Now just peel this back. It doesn't get said enough. Kitty is very upset about an alleged incident that was perpetrated allegedly upon people not of this land. But here's what Kitty and the Irish Times are interested in. Future Irish generations, difficult for them to be gotten rid of. Because as you know, I'm pro-life. And as you know, that's what this article is saying. Oh guys, it's really difficult for them to get out of country and to sort that stuff out, that troublesome stuff there. No, that's a child you're talking about here. And these are the type of things that the media have posted. These are the receipts to show you that they do not care about people. They do not care about the Irish people in particular. Let's have a look here. So a journalist and a photographer, you would think that they have mobile phones on them. Apparently they didn't work, they didn't have them at all. Weird that. Did they make any formal complaint to the Gardaí? No, that doesn't seem to have happened either. So Gardaí responded quickly. Now listen, you know that this article is a spoof from that comment alone. Everyone knows that that's not the truth. Everyone knows that if you called Domino's Pizza and you called the Gardaí, who do you think would show up first? You're right, it's Domino's Pizza. It's not these guys. These guys are hanging around. They're not interested in that. They're probably hanging around the corner and they're looking at people there driving up and down. Oh, it's a bit too quick there now, you know. And engage with those present. There was no report of any injuries and no formal complaints made at this time. Now, this actually contradicts within her own article what she said, that there was a bat used on some fella and that he was injured. So, weird that that's published, is it not? Of course, the backtracking begins. Now, I think I've found, and I think other people have found that have posted this out there on social media, they found the perpetrators of this alleged incident. It's the Mitchells. It's definitely the Mitchells. And here's their dogs there as well too with them. So what you've got... what you've got here is a media that is way out of control. As you can see there, it doesn't care about the Irish people. It certainly doesn't care about Irish futures. It doesn't care about the Irish present. Let me tell you that. And now they're putting out articles like this that has resulted in massive blowback on social media. I think it's wonderful to see people taking a stand against this sort of nonsense. Will there be big questions asked of Kitty Smollett, allegedly speculatively, by Irish Times? No, they've let her wheel herself out now over the last day or so there and say even more. A lot of people are in the yikes territory when it comes to that, because the more she talks, the worse the story gets, and also the worse it gets for her and the media company as a whole. But as I keep saying, this is why the media is slowing down. This is why they're losing traction, and why the likes of me and others that are out there are gaining traction. Because I'm going to give you an honest opinion. My reading of this story is that this is an utter spoof, in my opinion. And this is why the likes of my channel, I wouldn't go on hearsay. There's been a number of posts that have been made on social media, particularly by women, that have said that they have been followed, been harassed in their own areas or on their way to work or whatever it might be. I haven't done videos on that, not because I don't think that they didn't happen, but because there's no images and there's no video to back up that. Because I know, and I think it is absolutely right from an awful lot of people, for that to be the first thing people will question me on. Hey, there's no images or video of that, how do you know that's true? It's hearsay now at that moment in time. And that's exactly what this is. This is utter hearsay. I think shame on the author of this article in Katie Holland, shame on the irishtimes.com, but keep making errors like this, guys, because errors like this are waking people up. And the more and more people that see these types of articles read through them and say, no way, the better it is for this side of the fence. As I keep saying to people, these individuals are going to keep coming with these types of articles. They want to smear people. Once these protests are kept peaceful and respectful, they have to result to desperate measures like this. And when you know what has happened over the last couple of years, you know the desperate measures that these people will take, and this is another one in my view. Anyway, it's great to laugh at these people, and make sure you keep laughing at the media, because that's the most important thing to do. Anytime that they post things out like this, have a good chuckle at it, and also then point the finger back at them and say, hey guys, you seem to be super interested in people here in this camp. What about the Irish children there? You didn't seem too interested in them. Oh, we're just worried about women's health care. What? That's a funny way of saying what you're saying there, and I know what you were saying. See, it's all flowery language, and they like to change things they do to suit themselves. Undocumented illegal immigrants, that's what that is. And then when they're telling you, oh, people couldn't go across, people with a cervix. They couldn't go across, and, you know, make sure Irish future wasn't going to be in play. That's very sinister, isn't it? But you were more worried then about the sniffles. And then you're also then publishing things like people, like children should be wearing masks and everything like that. Shocking stuff. Absolutely shocking. Anyway, that's what the receipts are for. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below as part of the channel. I'll talk to you later. Good luck.